age, Brody Runge has known music is an integral part of who he is.
I've been really musically active since I was just little. You know, my first guitar was one of those plastic Flintstone guitars with the plastic strings on them, and I'd run around, you know, in my diaper going danner, 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 you know, just like a little kid. And then I probably got my first guitar when I was 8 years old, my first real guitar. And so ever since then I've been playing guitar, and then I think a year later I started playing the cello, and then I just kind of, whatever instrument I could grab or put my hands on, you know.
For the past 2 years, music hasn't been the only thing on the Kearney native's plate. At a young age, Brody was also certain about another aspect of his identity.
I was born female, and a little over 2 years ago, I started my transition from female to male. I'm transgendered, you know, I'm a straight heterosexual male inside, and I'm just trying to fix the outside to match that. And there's no difference from me and any other man singing on a stage. You know, I don't want that to be a part of the act that people see. You know, like, it's not a show, it's not an act, it's just who I am, and I just want to be a singer and a songwriter. I've always been that little tomboy. Ever since I could think for myself, my mom said in the car seat, at the McDonald's drive-thru, I wanted the boy toy in my Happy Meal, you know, kicking the back seat, I want the boy toy. And then little things like that. It's just at the small age of like 5 or 6, you know, I was just like, why do I not fit with these girls? I don't feel like I should be one, but yet I'm not a boy either. Like, where do I fit? I never really fit on one or the other. So it was really difficult for me growing up, because I didn't know why I was different, like why God chose me to be different, and I couldn't change it. It was just the way I was born. And so my mom asked me probably when I was about 8 years old if I had felt like I should be a boy, and I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure I was in the wrong body, born in the wrong body for sure. So we kind of, you know, took our time and got to learn things about what it's like to be transgendered, you know, all the facts, so we could really fix this, you know, and find a cure for my situation. And here I am, 22 years later. You know, I got my top surgery done, and I started my hormone therapy of testosterone, and 24 now, and just keeps getting better every day.
In July of 2011, Runge auditioned for American Idol in Denver and made it through the first 4 rounds of the competition, singing country songs. Next, he plans to audition for The Voice.
The music got me through a lot of my situations. I kind of leaned on music to kind of help me through the struggles that I had to deal with, you know, 22 years of my life. And it's always been there, you know. It's one of those things where I always tell myself, I'll never give up on my music, because it's never given up on me, and it's always been there for me, and it can't ever let me down. Like, you know, any other person can let you down, but the music can't. So I put my heart and soul into the music. I thought a lot about how it would affect my singing voice, and then I realized if I want it bad enough, I can get my singing voice back. And I lost my voice for about a year after I started my testosterone. You know, my voice just dropped. I was basically going through puberty within, like, you know, a 12-month process or 12-month period, and it was such a process for my body. I couldn't get control over my voice for so long, and then pretty soon it kind of just plateaued, the drop, and my voice plateaued, and then I just started singing more consistently every day, and pretty soon I kind of built it back up and got a little bit stronger. But I knew that music was my first love and my first passion, and I knew that I wouldn't let this come between my music. It's one of those things where it's a part of my life. My transition's part of me. It's who I am. There's nothing shameful about it. There's nothing to hide, and I'm proud of who I am, and I want to be a voice, and I want to speak out and help other people who are in my situation who don't have the support. And there's a lot of people who do, and there's a few people who just won't ever. And I want to, be able to help, because I know how horrifying it is to be stuck and there's no way out, and you don't have support, and you don't have anybody. Like, you're just trapped in a burning building, and you can't get out. You can't even get your parents to understand. And that's like the most nightmarish feeling in the whole world. It's just a huge nightmare, and it's like almost not even worth living, So I just figured, why not just incorporate it into what I'm doing with my music? And I feel like it's helping get not only my story out there, but my music as well. And I kind of thought, I'll get to where I want with my music career, and then I can be a voice. But it's kind of doing the reverse effect, where I'm getting more recognition for my story, and then people are listening to my music, which I don't care. Whichever one comes first, it doesn't matter to me. But I always will definitely put my music first, because my transition is just a small hurdle in my life.